What's happening, people? Just do it, George. I'm Ryan, and I've been hacking things my whole life. In this box are some Glowforge proof grade materials, all the way from Texas. This came from Texas. Okay, today we're going to be making a really cool laser cut acrylic holder for my Super73 bike. It goes on the front. It actually holds my phone right in here and your phone. You can download the plans. You can order the whole kit if you go to hacklab.design. Gosh, I'd love a Pro Glowforge. Anyways, we're gonna make all that. We're gonna take a ride video at the art park. If you're interested in just a build video of this, go ahead and fast forward through all that fun stuff of flying through the art park on two Super73s.
We was booking all our own shows. Out of pocket, we ain't take dough. Made merchants out of own clothes. We ain't never had our old folks. Now they all tryna claim. Nah, brother, that's just lame. Same gang. Ain't a damn thing changed. Tickets and we're taking planes, and our time zones never stay the same. And it started when I met the game, then we made the team, then we took the league, and we did our thing, cause we chased a dream, and I was a diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough. They said what we had wasn't enough. They said there was no more room for us. No more room, but now we're here about to tear it up. I was a diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough. They said what we had wasn't enough.
Doesn't go anywhere. Dude, we're gonna have to redo the test, sure. Yeah, let me turn the wing.
Oh, all right, that was fun, man. Now let's just knock this thing out. So this thing was laser cut with, I think, a 1/4 inch acrylic. This is gonna be the top. So I've been wanting to ride that art park for a while now, and some of the trails are closed because of COVID, but I have no idea why they would be closed because there's no one there. So anyways, for the top of this accessory thing I've been wanting to make for a while, because the original Super 73 had the ability to hold a drink. And when I did an accessory video on the Z1, because I have a Z1 and I have, because I bought it for my daughter just because of the height thing, and then I just lucked out the fact that they started shipping them with the 500 watt motor. So I think it's a pretty good deal at that price point for the Z1. I'm planning on painting mine and then changing out the seat, so look forward to that mod. The seat on the S1 is definitely more comfortable. I'm just removing this paper protective masking from the laser cutter that keeps it from burning. So I made this to fit my phone perfectly. I could have done it this way, but I really don't want to look at my phone while I'm actually riding. I just want it to be securely stowed, but I want to be able to stop and take pictures. But I don't need it as a, I don't need to know how fast I'm going. Like my Mini Cooper doesn't have a, well, I used to own a Mini Cooper. I now own a truck. I've got a Tacoma. So here I'm gonna undo this. So there is the Super 73 logo, and that is the top of that piece there. All right, now that we got the 1/4 inch plexi all cleaned up, it's not really cleaned up. We have this painted. I went ahead and painted the bolts not only with flat black, I painted them with a clear coat, so they're a little bit stronger. Of course, powder coating these would be nice. I tried 3D printing these bolts. It did not work. I did 3D print the nuts, which is a 3/8 nut. So I 3D printed those. Those worked fantastic. So I got a little bit of lightness out of them, but I did not like the, that's the 3D printed nut. I used Fusion 360 to design with. I was trained with Maya when I went to design school, and I've really been enjoying Fusion, but I still use Maya, which is also Autodesk product. They were all bought by each other because when I do 3D people, I do those for the Pinewood Derby race things. I did do the spacers, and then I spray painted those. So if you were to order this entire product, you'd get all this done and whatever perfections I would make, but you can order the plans too. So 2 options there, or you can just enjoy watching me screw up here. All right, so now let's go ahead and start assembling this here. So I have the spacers, so I'm going to put the bolts in from the top. I did remember I told you I etched that, and then I use these sort of galvanized bolts that won't rust. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit more inexpensive to do that. So let me see how I could assemble this. I think I'm going to do it like this. You know, making these spacers was a trial and error. I ended up having to go with 6 millimeters, and I used PETG, which is kind of a ABS, like a thick plastic that doesn't smell. So I used that. And I'll just put these bolts in. And what's cool about designing with this passway here is that I can fully design this, I can fully assemble this, and then I won't have to assemble it on top of the bike. So that's that. So now I'm going to flip this down, and this is the back side. I used plywood. I wanted to use Lexan, but I wasn't really happy with acrylic, and it wasn't too significant for me. So I chose to use plywood for the top because I just had it. And I'm using my bolts that I printed right here. And then of course I have to start threading them, and that adds a little bit of lightweight there. And then I'm not going to add, I was going to add a little bit of CA glue on it. But I'm going to wait until everything works out on the bike. Proof grade, it would really work out well. So now let's go ahead and put it on the top right here. First thing I need to do is remove my side battery. If you want a video on how to flip this battery over and how you get the decals, they're all on my YouTube channel, and then I'll link them below. So I'm going to unlock this. I've had that battery upside down for a long time now, and now I'm going to reset all the bolts. This little Allen bolt right here. It's a little tiny guy. There's one little Allen bolt under here that can go up in and lock in. I see. Yeah, there's one short Allen bolt that I want to make sure that'll keep this battery in the back. I wish I could upgrade this bike to the new lights that are coming out on the R. And I have a package of these bolts right here, which are M5s. These are the nylon nuts, and these are the actual bolts. And those are M5s. So I'm going to make sure I'm all ready. I'm going to come from the top, and then I'm going to use the bolt down below. So I think the paint added a little bit, so I'm going to restart this from below here. Just kind of clean out the hole. If you order this from me, I will have all of this done, and this will be done in an acrylic. But you could also download the plans and cut this out in your laser cutter or Glowforge. I still want to. Oh, that's why the back one needs to be cleaned out. There we go. Mississippi. So probably best for me to just line these up with my fingers first. And then get my screwdriver. That's one. And then I got 2 here. That one these line up perfectly with the holes that are inside of the Super 73. With the drill. Here we go. Okay, so what's holding this flip tank on are 3 things. There's an M5 Allen screw that's right back here. There are 2 bolts, 2 M5 long bolts that are 0.8, that are 8 right here. They're about 1.5 inches long. And then I have a quick tie which holds the front plate. Of course, use at your own risk. This is up to you. You saw the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. So now let's get to keep on assembling. I'm going to, first I'm going to slowly make sure these are lining up into the holes. Now I'm going to grab myself a nylon nut. So I have it not only quick tied there, I have that M5 holding it, I have that M5 holding it, I have this M5 holding it, and I have a quick tie holding it here. Of course I could make myself an ABS holder, but this actually gets it done where I need it. Now let me just tighten down that those nylon screws right there, and then I will be good to go. So I have several things that are holding this apart. Go dig into my drawer here. I like using a regular screwdriver. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and slide the battery back on. And there it is. And then put in this cup of cups here. And then my cell phone, which is right there. So voila, there is the holder. So that pretty much wraps up the holder. Okay guys, so the 2 improvements that I would make is I'd use a clear acrylic for the bottom, or I'd make sure that I used an extremely smooth composite material that was very strong. I really want to cut this on the Glowforge because that's my tool of choice right now. Of course I have the CNC, but this one I went to the Glowforge. You can order all the plans to do this yourself, or you can actually order the kit from my store at hacklab.design. That's it for this. Please check out the other videos I have coming up. I did 3 this weekend. I really got on the bikes at the art museum. We rode. So I'm talking about flipping the tank. I'm also building out this really cool thing to hold the battery, the charger in the back, so you don't have all these cords. So it'll make the bike a little bit heavier, but it'll be very convenient. That's it. Have a great day. I hope you're doing well. Whatever you do, make something that connects someone.
That plan we had wasn't stable. What did? We went and just built up our own table. They ain't wanna let us in.